touch the sky. In the city of angels, feels like I'm coming home. With my head up in the clouds, I am searching for something, and I'm still hoping. 'Cause I wanna be in, not out, wanna make this all count. Yes, I wanna go crazy now, gonna make this all count. Feeling like a rock star, 'cause tonight I'm getting out of line and it's alright. Feeling like feeling like just as cool as John Wayne in his movies. Feeling like I'm James Dean and I know it. Feeling like feeling like a rock star. Feeling like a rock star. Feeling like a rock star. Feeling like a rock star.
But it's not that easy. You're complicating things for me. No, it's not that easy. Maybe just a little time can heal me, but it doesn't feel the way. What are you doing to me? Why'd you break my heart? Left me in the dark, dark. Why'd you have to go? I don't wanna feel this way. I'm still breathing, it's not easy. I'm just a fool for you. I'm just that stupid. Maybe just a little time can make you change your mind about us. I thought that we were meant to be. Why'd you break my heart? Left me in the dark, dark. Why'd you have to go? I don't wanna feel this way. Though I'm broken, I'm still hoping I could be with you. I'm still breathing, it's not easy. I'm just a fool for you. I'm just a fool for you. I'm just a fool for you. For
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Tuesday Night Studio Sessions. My name is Sean. I'll be your host. We have got a great show tonight. I'm really excited that a lot of you pulled through and submitted Project Liquid entries. We all did it at the last minute. I don't know if we were holding back so nobody took our ideas, or if we were just all procrastinated. I didn't even finish mine until right before this show, but I'm not in the contest. So, but got some really cool videos in. Pretty excited. I had to put a couple in manually because some people are having issues getting into the club. So I'm going to consult the Peepso guys. I think I have a year's worth of customer service with them. So I'm going to contact them and just see what's going on with the club. And I might just have them go in and fix the things that I might have messed up in the club. A couple months ago, there were some issues with just a whole bunch of spammers just started adding accounts to it. So I locked it down, and I think I locked it down so hard that like people can't even use it anymore, which is not good. So I want y'all's information to be safe, but at the same time, I don't want to make it so hard that you guys can't get into it. So yeah. I just noticed that my background's messed up, so I'm going to go fix that real quick. Let's see if that fixes it. Y'all, I had a blast yesterday. I went out to this really, I mean, it's kind of a dump. It really is. It's like one of the dumpiest recreational areas I've ever been at. Dead fish skeletons and all kinds of stuff. But then there's like this beauty to it as well. Like, a lot of the rushing water is cleaning a lot of the stuff that's going on in the water, and it's one of those rivers that's really, really shallow, so you can walk out into it. I almost slipped and fell in kind of the rushing water part. So I almost got kind of washed downstream a little bit. There's a lot of areas where I could have caught myself and stuff like that. But anyway, had some fun with my GoPros. Got really excited with some of the functionality that has been added to the 10. So super excited about that. And then last night I was on the club, and Brent Newman threw me for a loop, and he was like, "So what's this new Insta360 camera that's coming out tomorrow?" And I was like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, in my mind, I was like, "Please be a VR 180 camera." But then I watched the trailer, and in the post that Brent put up, it had a hint of like elevate was one of the words in there. And I forget what the other word was, but it was all about like lifting up. And then when I watched the trailer, I was like, there's no way that was done without a drone, because they flew up, like literally flew up the side of a building, but it looked like an FPV drone shot. So I was like, what? I don't want another camera to put on an FPV drone. We need to come out with a 360 camera that, people that fly GPS drones can utilize, because like when I'm watching a video in VR, I don't want to go 40 miles an hour in VR. I'm just going to throw up. So for me, a lot of like putting a 360 camera up in the air is about getting slow, kind of buttery smooth shots. But maybe I'm one of the few that actually view those things in VR. A lot of people just look at it on YouTube on a flat desktop, and that's where you want to see like the building dives and hitting gaps and doing loop-de-loos and flippity flops and doing all the cool stuff you can do with an FPV drone. But yeah. So so I put my predictions on. I put my predictions on the club, and I'm going to read it to you. And I put it on Brent's post, so I'm trying to find. So okay, so Brent's post had a picture from Insta360 that said, "Take your shooting to new heights and elevate your creativity. New camera coming May 24th," which is today. Sorry. Don't you love it when you're shutting down your computer and then an error message pops up? But so, and hopefully that fixes it. I probably just screwed up my background. There, we did it. Oh, there's a. Okay, we're good. So the post from Insta360 says, "Take your shooting to new heights and elevate your creativity. New camera coming today." And Brett Newman asked, "What do you think this will be?" And I said, "I don't know. New heights and elevate are the clues. If it is a drone, I hope it is a 360 camera drone with GPS hold and return to home." Was what I wanted. But then I said, the more that I think about it, 1RS SMO to compete with the GoPro Bones makes a lot of sense. If it has modular lenses, then that would be a game changer, like SMO Core, that lets you use the lenses you already have. So I think that would be cool too. But what Insta360 did was they improved upon their aerial kit for the Insta360 1RS. So it's basically what they did then, but hopefully it's going to fix all the issues. I have a video on my channel where I tested it out, and the stitch line was atrocious because everything was 3D printed and you slid your lenses in there, and there was a lot of vibration that went on with the two lenses, and so that stitch was just kind of moving all around all the time. There's a lot of vibration from the drone. It was just one of those things that, like, there were a lot of issues because of all the moving parts that weren't together. So what they've done on the Sphere, we're going to get into it after we talk about Project Liquid. And I think they fixed all those issues. I've seen footage from the 360 camera. And it, like, legitimately does all the things I wanted it to. And it goes on the Air 2S, which I already have. So literally bought it this morning. As soon as I was able to buy it, it should ship out in 2 days. So we might have a 360 drone to talk about in a week or two. And I am so excited about that because I've spent so much time adding cameras to my drones in such a way that, you know, I'm 3D printing parts and doing all this extra stuff. I would love to be able to talk about a product that you guys can just buy if you find it interesting, instead of, you know, me playing around with all these ideas and then maybe you guys taking time to try it or something like that. This way, like, if you've got an Air 2, so the Air 2's been out for over a year. Air 2S, Air 2S is still the drone I think everybody should buy. I don't think people should fiddle with the Mini 3 Pro. I just think you should get the Air 2S. The RC is about the best thing that came out with the Mini 3. But, and the fact that it's super, super tiny. Like, if I was going to replace my Spark, I'd replace it with a Mini, any of the Mini series. But if I was going to do any kind of professional video, I would go for the Air 2S. And this drone covers it. And what's awesome about it is you can use all the functionality about the Air 2S. Or you can use all the unfunction. You can use all the functionality the Air 2S has, and have a 360 camera on it as well. So you can, in that 30-minute flight, depending on how long the 360 works, but in that 30-minute flight, you can record from the nice, buttery, smooth 1-inch sensor camera on the front of the Air 2S, and you can record in 360 degrees. And combine that footage or use it in different areas. So I am so freaking excited about that. That has made my year. I have been, one of my first videos on this channel was putting a 360 degree camera on a drone. And I've been doing it on this channel for 6 years, over and over and over again, waiting for a company to just make that happen. And hopefully this drone will happen. And I'm really excited I'm really glad that I didn't buy the Mini 3 because I'd be completely out of money. And then that just showed up and it was like the heavens opened up and it was raining Skittles on me. So I'm going to taste the rainbow next week, hopefully. So yeah. And what I like about this scenario is it's not an SMO camera. So Brett Newman and a couple other people on my subscriber list have gotten the SMO cameras that you solder a wire into and then wire that into your FPV drone. This is a complete solution that you basically just clip on your drone and start flying. You don't have to worry about the camera vibrating and unscrewing itself and falling out of the sky. You don't have to worry about anything getting in the way. The only thing is there's on the bottom of the camera, there's the lens is going to be lower than the landing gear. That's the only issue with it. So I'm probably going to be 3D printing a landing, like something to take off with, and then I'll probably hand catch is what I'm planning on, or landing on the pad. They give you a pad, so I might take off from the landing gear because I want to take off horizontal. Well, we'll get into all that. I'm super excited, and I'm getting ahead of myself, and I probably shouldn't do that. So it is almost 7 o'clock. I think at 7 o'clock we are going to watch the Project Liquid videos that were submitted. And I think I have a really cool project for, what is this? For the months of June and July. I'm super excited about that one. All right, so we're getting all kinds of questions. So I have just ignored the chat, and that's a horrible host. Usually I ignore the chat when people are in here talking to me. But, I need to invite people. I'm going to put the invitation in the club right now if you guys want to join this chat. And then I will address the questions. All right, should be the first thing you see in the club if you want to join. It says be a guest on my live stream tonight. I think that'll work. All right, so let's go back. Let's do roll call first. One Vision Aerials first. Micronex here. Eat More Possum. Steven Drones is in the house. One Vision Aerial. Oh, I already said you. You're in there again. Blind Neil's in here. What's up, man? Jim's Droning. Sunrise Water Media. Yep. I'm looking. All right, that was roll call. Got a pretty good quorum in here so far. Says I got 7 people in here, but those are all the people that have said something in the chat. So I'm going to go through here. Yep, coffee's made. It is good tonight. It is the nectar of life. It is wonderful. One Vision Ariel went out to walk his wiener dog. That made me chuckle a little bit. I always think wiener dogs are really cute. I just wonder if they're like God was just laughing when he made a wiener dog. He's like, we're gonna make this really cool dog, and then almost like he dropped the clay and then caught it and then it stretched out and then he's like, huh, okay. I love little wiener dogs though. I really like I don't know what kind of wiener dog you have. My wife had a black one with like a brown nose and like brown eyebrows and stuff. It was a beautiful little dog. Blind Neil told everybody to smash that like button. So I really appreciate that. Jim's going to break his monitor. I broke Sunrise Water Media. That's Chris. I broke Chris's screen. That's funny. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Typing in the chat on my phone is perilous. I tend to fat finger chatters into timeout. Yep, tonight wouldn't be the best night to put someone in timeout. Sunrise Media doesn't want anybody in timeout. All right. So Blind Neil says, good evening. I'm always lurking somewhere. Just a lot easier to just listen. Typing's getting too hard. I get you. That's why I like being the host, because I can just talk. I'm not a good typer. I'm a pecker. And so I just sit there and peck at the keyboards, and I've never been that good at typing. I did take a keyboarding class in high school, but the only thing I really learned was to where to put my hands, like where to put my fingers to start with. Kind of like when you're playing piano, you kind of start at middle C. Like on the keyboard, I was like A, S, D, F, and I put my fingers where they're supposed to go, but that's about all I learned. Sunrise said I locked it down really hard. I guess that's the club. He hasn't even been able to join the club yet. He wants to. And Dustin was playing customer support this week with Chris. So I was getting emails from Dustin about Chris trying to get into the club. So I'm going to really try to figure that out, y'all, because I really want it to be a place that we can hang out and do stuff. Sunrise Water Media. Did someone say gaps? So Jim said it's the same aerial mount that he got for his Mavic Pro, only a different design. Yeah, I'm hoping the design fixes all of the issues with what, because here's what happened with the Mavic Pro mount and the Mavic 2 Pro mount. All the people that got it ahead of time, like Flight Path, who else did somebody else did a video, but there were a couple people that got it ahead of time. I actually bought it outright, and I was going to do I was as excited then as I am now about that product because of just the nature of what's been on my channel. And I took it out and flew it once. They said I went back and bought a DJI Mavic Pro again, just so I could use the version that didn't go in ADI mode. Like the Mavic Pro originally was supposed to stay, it wasn't supposed to hinder the GPS at all. And so I was like, that's the I'm just going to go find a used Mavic Pro just so I can do some videos on it. And that's going to be my flying 360 camera. And I never flew it up in the air because it was so quirky. Like Addy mode was so bad because it was kind of heavy and lopsided. And so Addy mode, it would just kind of waver, and it would just kind of, like, my drone was acting weird. So there was no way I was going to fly it, 200 feet up in the air and then just let it fall out of the sky. So I was kind of being cautious. So I never took it above the trees. It might have looked better if, there was nothing but sky in the stitch line, but I was flying low enough that it was really screwing up. So hopefully it'll be better. So everybody's talking about the Sphere. So we're gonna, I want to save my comments to the end for that. Jim's Droning says, should I sell my Mavic 3? And then he laughed. So Chris asked, what would I 3D print? You wouldn't want to get into the shot. So my channel has been 360 cameras and drones is primarily what I've been doing videos on, and then action cameras and regular cameras have come in there just because I've been a content creator as well. Okay. But my heart is 360 VR. Like, before this whole YouTube thing was even a thing, back in MySpace times, and Flickr times, if y'all remember Flickr, I was taking 360 degree pictures with a DSLR camera. I was taking 48 images with just my camera. I bought a special tripod for it, made modifications to my tripod so that I could get it done better. There was one tripod that I had. It was a big magnet, and then I put a threaded rod up through the magnet, like a 1/4-20 threaded rod, and then put my DSLR on top of that. And I would do and I'd put that magnet on my roll bar on my Jeep Wrangler, and then I would take 360 pictures of my Jeep in different places. And I'd spend hours stitching them together. And back then, whenever you stitch things together, you'd say, okay, like if I was taking a picture of a playground, I'd say, okay, that corner of the slide in this picture goes with this corner of the slide in this picture. I mean, it would take hours for me to stitch a picture together. So when I 3D print things, I'm very aware of where the stitch is. A lot of the latest videos that I've done, I stopped putting heavy cameras on tiny drones because I just think it's dangerous. That's why I think the one that I bought, it's right heavy, so I don't know if it's going to be completely perfect, but we'll get to that. But I've been putting them on my DJI Inspire, and then just whenever I was the more videos that I did of 360 videos in the sky, the more I realized that the sky is so far away, you don't see it move. What you see move are the things that are in the foreground, the things that are close to you, like trees or the ground or poles that you fly by and stuff like that. That's where you really get to see the parallax and stuff like that. But the clouds up in the sky, they don't really move. So I stopped trying to take a video of the sky, and just from the ground, I'd go into kind of the middle of the property and stick my 360 camera as high as I could and take a picture. And then I would use that as a mask on top of my video to mask out the drone. And when you have 360 cameras like the Insta360 R and the RS, the camera's this thick, so you can put all kinds of 3D printed crap in in that stitch line, and you're not going to see it. And especially I don't have the Insta360 one here available, but we're going to use this old flip camera as an example. So if the 360 camera lens is here and all of this area here, they've made it camera, like the battery and the core and the, you know, the motherboard and all that kind of stuff is in this part of the camera. Just realize that you can take this much area and put it up on top and it'll be invisible too. So, and then the thickness of the camera, they've already compensated for that as well. I'll show you in a video a little bit later with the Sphere, and it shows you where the two hemispheres are, and they've pushed the hemispheres off of the drone so the blades won't accidentally get into it and all kinds of stuff. So I'm really excited about that. So Emore Possum said he had to leave at 7, so he's threatening us. So we might wait a little bit. All right. So Jim said, want to try 1RS with the Mavic Pro mount, see if it's better. I do think that the camera will look better than the camera on the Mavic Pro. Mavic Pro used to be the best camera, but then a lot of cameras have come out since then. GoPros and the 1RS, especially with the 1-inch mod on it, is way better than the Mavic Pro camera. But the Mavic Pro camera is still a great little camera. And a lot of times you can take a sucky camera and make some beautiful magic out of it if you know what you're doing. So Dustin's showing us his little wiener dog. That's pretty cool. Chris forgot about Flickr. Yeah. So this whole Project Liquid thing, this started back when I was on Flickr. Me and one of my best friends that I grew up with, his name's Dave. We both got DSLR cameras around the same time, and we wanted to kind of teach each other, like learn from each other, like learn together as we got the cameras. And so we would set up, we both got Flickr accounts and we were friends on Flickr, and we would do pictures like, we would do Liquid. Liquid was one of them, and I took a bunch of like really like clear glasses and I filled them with different color Kool-Aid, and then I would layer them and like shine lights through them and take pictures of them. And he did some some soap drops. He took some pictures of that. One of them was Rust, Project Rust. And we didn't call them projects, but it was like our assignment was just Rust or Frost or stuff like that. So yeah, oh, Charles, what's up, Charles? Looks like you showed up 5 minutes ago and I haven't said hi yet. So I'm trying to get there. Hope you're having a good night. Nacho's in the house. What's up, Nacho? And then let's see. So Steve said that it was hard to keep Project Liquid under 2.5 minutes. I had to cut a lot of video clips out. It took me all day editing it. Well, I'm glad you did, because it's wonderful. I just said we were Flickr buddies. That's funny. I don't know if I should keep talking about that. So Jim said the Mavic Pro camera is better built than newer cameras. I agree with you. A lot of times when a new product comes out, they will overdo it. And then as people use them, they will realize that, well, we just put too much camera in that drone. That's not so. As a software engineer, UX engineer that I am, I spent a lot of time trying to make things user friendly, and then realize that people just don't even care about the thing that I spent a week thinking about. And so yeah. So, all right. So I think it's time. I don't know if Brent is back, but it is time to watch the Project Liquid videos. I already have voting up in the club. So first of all, if you are not a member of the club and you'd like to be, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do it right now. We're about to get some more spam, y'all, but I'm going to turn off this plug-in that I've got working in there. I've got a really country accent tonight. I don't know what happened. But I'm going to go in and I'm going to turn off this plug-in called Stop Spammers. And I'm thinking that will allow you all to jump in. So here we go. All right. It is official. Stop Spammers has been turned off. So we will see how many new members we get. Oh. So Chris, did you just join, or I turned off Stop Spammers and you showed up? All right. So Chris, Sunrise Water Media is in the club now. And all you got to do is fill out your user information. And then I think you can vote. Like, finish the registration process and you can vote, man. All right. So, yeah, let's go ahead and play the video. I'm going to have to start it over. Here we go. Now I'm going to start this over. Oh, no. There we go. All right. I just realized at the very end of that my mic wasn't muted, so sorry if that audio was echoing the whole time. So I have a couple disclaimers about the videos that I just showed. So um, whenever I do a live stream, usually I'm on here for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And if I put if I put a video from someone else that has music in it that's copyrighted, I get a copyright strike. And so it's like, so I can't monetize 2 hours of, all the work that I just put into that live stream. I can't monetize that video. I get, I have to go in and like cut the audio out for that part of the stream, and then it takes like 3 days for that to happen because they've got to recalibrate the video and all this kind of stuff. And then so anyway, it's a big hassle. So and I know some of you let me know that your video has epidemic sound on it, and but just a general rule, especially when I'm doing something where I'm putting a bunch of videos on the channel at one time, I've decided just to replace that with music that I've paid for. Okay, so epidemic sounds is good, but several of those videos had a lot of audio design in them. Okay, so like the video that I did was kind of like I tried to go with, I don't know if you guys remember a Saturday Night Live back in the 80s and 90s, and they had Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy, and they would show this beautiful waterfall and just water flowing, and then Jack Handy would say a poem or whatever. So so that's why I cut out all of the audio on those. But every single clip that we played tonight is on the club in its original form. Okay. So if you guys, while you guys are voting, you might want to go back and look at their original videos, just to get an idea of what the audio was. Because Chris's video had a really good audio track to it, and there were some transitions where he kind of rewound the clip and then went back and really fit his audio good. So I'd encourage you to go back and watch that one. If you guys care to see mine, you can. And then Steven Drones, his had and Jim's drone, everybody had music or some sort of audio behind theirs that added to the experience. So keep that in mind when you're voting. You might want to go back and give them support. Go to their channels, subscribe to their channels, all that kind of stuff. I've made it really easy on the club so that you can subscribe to people's channels just by rolling over their little icon, their little avatar on their video. So I think that's pretty cool. But I think what was I going to say? I got really excited to say something, and then I just had a brain fart. But keep that in mind. So if you're new to what we're going to do with the projects, we are going to vote until, so the end of the contest was last night at midnight. I had some leniency this time just because everybody did it last minute and the club was having some issues. So I put a couple in this morning that were submitted this morning. But so we're going to vote until, how have we done this in the past? We voted until halfway through, like 7:30 next Tuesday. Okay, so I have my live stream every Tuesday night. We're going to come in here and we are going to announce the winner at 7:30 Central Time next week. So come join the live stream, and you'll get to see if you get to win or not. I can see the voting has already started, so that's exciting. I'm going to go ahead and refresh my screen and then show it. All right. So if you're new to the club, I usually pin the contest at the very top. So if it's got a blue line around it and it says pinned, that means that this isn't going to change. So so I've added kind of the rules here. If anybody cares about the rules, really, you should just vote on the video you like. I don't want to be a super stickler on things. I try to encourage, I want to encourage people to make new content. So that's why I said must be fresh, but there were some things done at the last minute that might not have been fresh, and it's okay. We're gonna let some of them slide because I ultimately just want to see you guys' creativity, and I want to honor my subscribers, and the work that you guys do too. And so we've got, and I don't think I left anybody out. We've got Brett Newman. It started out alphabetical order, but now it's going to be whoever the winner is going to be on top. So Brett Newman and Sunrise Water Media is tied for first place. So that's exciting. And then Jim and One Visionarial and Steve are in there. I see Chris Waters has joined the club. I'm glad we got a new member. Yay. So I see that Brett Newman and Sunrise Water Media have people voted for them, and those are the two people that are signed in, and me. So that's awesome. But yeah, so Chris, since you're new to the club, and you're in the contests, if you want to start shopping for your prize, you can do that. There's two links over here on the right, these two red buttons. The one on top is Sean Ide Studios merchandise. So it all has to do with my logo. So if you want to support me and support my channel, these are, just different iterations of my logo. I'm a graphic designer, so I'm never happy with just one design. So whenever I see a shirt that I like at the mall, I will go redo it with my logo and my branding. So this is an example of a shirt that I saw at Journeys. And I see the design. I'm like, I can do that. This is kind of a simple take on Paragonia. I've noticed when I upload designs to Spreadshirt, some of them get flagged for copyright, even though I understand copyright law and it's not copyrighted, but some of the parodies, they don't, it's too close to the original to, it might cause some issues. Here's my Sean Ide Studios logo done with the shape of the DJI FPV drone blade. So those are Sean Ide Studio merchandise. There's some with just my logo on them. But the prize is a t-shirt. So you can pick out any t-shirt on any of my stores. It could be a long sleeve t-shirt. It could be a short sleeve. It could be a V-neck. That's the prize. If you don't want a t-shirt and you want a hat that's cheaper than a t-shirt, I'm okay with that. So there's that. And then if you go to drone t-shirts, hats, and stickers, this is kind of the drone shop that I'm starting. So I noticed, Chris, your submission was an FPV drone. So I've got a couple FPV type shirts, but I'm planning on doing some more. One of my ideas is one with goggles. And then I saw this shirt this weekend that was a camping shirt, and it had like a bonfire on it, and it said it was like, "Let's get lit," and it was like the phrase on the shirt. And it had a campfire, and it was a simple design. It was like like 4 logs with a flame on it. And so I want to do the exact same shirt, but with an FPV drone with the battery on fire. And I want to say, let's get lit. And so that's a t-shirt that I'm planning on designing. But if there, I've got a lot of drone type shirts in here, but if you end up winning, and you have a thought in your head, then I can do that. This is the only really, the t-shirt that I have that's kind of FPV oriented so far. And I used to have some that were like, I fly whoop. I've got all these like flying six blades, and I had like a flying whoop and stuff like that. There's freestyle on the back. There's a play on the MTV logo. I want my FPV. And it's really funny. Some of these shirts come to me like when I'm thinking about them, and then I'll design them, I'll upload them, and then I'll find them that someone else already had that idea. So I really didn't steal this idea. I made it up myself, and I designed it myself, but then I saw someone else did it too. So that's that. So that's what the prize will be. And all you have to do to vote is go to the club. There's a link in the description of this live stream. Whoa! Everybody has one vote. That's awesome. So these votes have a tendency to change during the week. Everybody can go in and change their vote. So yeah. And then if there is a tiebreaker, we will spin a wheel and do it randomly. And I like to do kind of best 3 out of 5. Just so it's not like, it's like super, super random. So yeah. All right. We have talked about, Brent says we all get free t-shirts. Only there will be one winner, and that winner alone will get a t-shirt. Y'all are going to make me go broke if I buy t-shirts for everybody. You get a shirt, and you get a shirt. Yeah. I gotta be careful saying shirt. I almost cussed a couple times just then. And then my monetization will go crazy because I said the S word. So Stephen Jones says they're nice shirt. They're nice shirts. In the club, there's a picture of Steve and Drones. Where's it at? This is Steve and Drones with his iFly Hex hat and his iFly Hex shirt. I have several shirts too. I've been buying all the V-necks. And they're pretty good. The ones that I bought, I've adjusted the colors since I bought them. But yeah. And if you want an FPV drone that's kind of based on this design, I can design a like iFly Freestyle or iFly. Like these were Hex and Quad, so I'm trying to think how that might just be iFly FPV. And I can make a simple FPV drone. I meant to show this too. There's a meetup video on the club from Ray Kelly. He sent it to me. He said I could use it on the live stream, but we've got way too much to talk about tonight, and it is already 7:45. So I think we are going to talk a little bit about the Sphere. I put that as my thumbnail. For me, we can go through it pretty quickly. I'm going to show a little bit of the video that Potato Jet put up, like the trailer. and then we're just going to talk about the specs. And we might show the video of my original video, and I can show you what was wrong with the original aerial edition of the One RS from Insta360. By the way, they're having a summer sale. So if you click on the links below in the description of my video and want to purchase something from Insta360, it will help me get Insta360 cameras in the future. Oh, wait, before we talk about this, I did not tell you guys that ObsBot reached out to me. It's the first company that's ever reached out to me besides like people on Facebook wanting me to sell their Amazon products. But ObsBot, who makes the little robotic camera that I use all the time on my channel, reached out and want me to be an ambassador. So I'm going to be an ambassador in my region for ObsBot. It's such a hard name to say, but I'm super excited because I love their products. I have this. Y'all can't see me. So this right here is ObsBot Tiny. This was the original, and now there's a 4K version, but it's a little webcam that tracks you and zooms in on you and looks at you and stuff like that. And then I have a bigger version of this camera, but I love ObsBot. So I put the actual spelling. You can search my channel and find. Actually, we can watch that video now if you want to, but I really want to talk about the Sphere. So we'll talk about the Sphere, and then I'll show you guys kind of some of the videos that I've used my ObsBot on. Yeah, but I'm super excited to be an ambassador for that company. I would love to be an ambassador for Insta360. I feel like I talk about Insta360 more than I talk about DJI these days. But yeah, so let's get into Insta360. I want to get this super excited. I think I will. This might be the subject next week as well if I actually get the camera. But yeah. So if you want to find the Sphere, you have to go to Consumer Products, and then in 360 3D Aerial section down here. Wow, that's interesting. So these are all considered action cameras now. The 1X2 and the 1X are action cameras. They're not in the 360 category. That's weird. But I think they're posing those as action cameras because you can use one lens on them. But this is the Sphere. It's 360 Sphere, the invisible 360 drone. I'm going to go ahead and make this full screen so you guys can see it all. Invisible 360 drone, and as you can see, there's a power button and a mode button, a power button and a record button. All of the weight of the lenses is over to the right, and the weight of the battery is on the left. So it might be balanced, but I'm not sure. And it fits the Air 2 and the Air 2S from DJI. That's what it's made, which is great because Air 2 and the Air 2S have the same body shape. There's some sensors that are different on the Air 2S, but for the most part, I wonder how the rear sensors on the Air 2S are going to deal with that. But So capture 360-degree invisible drone footage with endless reframing possibilities, the ultimate tool to level up your aerial videography content. So I've been putting 360 cameras on drones for years, so this is not a new statement for me, but super cool. Invisible drone effect, 5.7K 360 capture, which is great for VR. And something that I'm planning on doing is taking my Insta360 Pro out and getting some really cool VR video, and then add some aerial footage of those places that I go. I'm super excited about that. Flow state stabilization, and easy to install. And the easy to install is really important because the last one was not easy to install at all. We can move on from that. So check out, so this is a good example of where the stitch line goes. So here and here, so there's enough spillover for the drone to be hidden. Glorious, uninterrupted views. Lenses are precisely positioned so the drone is totally invisible in the resulting footage. That's a cool demonstration. So this is the Insta360 1R Twin Edition that is split in half. So that's basically what that is, but I think it's built in now. So there is, so this is the original. This is kind of what Nacho would do and I would do with our drones. We would, and Brett Newman would, I've seen some of his drone videos with his Insta360 cameras, like attaching it to the bottom of the drone, and then there's always part of the drone in the shot. But what this is showing it with the Insta360 Sphere is there is no drone in the footage, and I don't even see a weird wobbly stitch line either. So that's what I'm super excited about. 5.7K 360 video, unlock the power of 360 capture and reframing. So here is reframing in post-production. It's not, you don't do this on the drone, but this is how awesome the footage is you can get these really cool shots. All they did right there with the drone was they just flew faster than the cars and drove right past the cars. That's all they did with the drone. But since they can reframe the 360-degree video and point in whatever direction they want to, they were able to get it. I'm really looking for stitch lines here because there's a lens flare, but they did such a good job. I kind of see a stitch over there a little bit, but yeah, looks good. Unique content production, unlimited angles, and powerful editing tools. Let the creativity run wild with endless ways to create killer content from your drone footage. So they have a horizon flip, which is kind of cool. So check this out. So it's kind of like that movie where the two worlds were really close to each other. That's a pretty cool shot. Nacho did this with his with the ocean on one of his, but he did that by hand. So Chris asks, how close to an object can you fly before seeing the stitch line wonkiness? I would say, so on a regular 360-degree camera, you want to stay about probably about 6 feet away from the camera. Now, the tiny 360 cameras, the ones that are only about an inch thick, you can get really close to those cameras without affecting the stitch line. But this camera looks like it's about, like the lenses are about 6 inches apart. So that's gonna play into you getting really close to Check, check. Check. Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm back. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I looked back and saw my screen, and it was just kind of blank for a little bit. So I'm going to run through these again. I don't know what we missed, but I'm going to run through them really fast. Horizon flip looks pretty cool, but you really only need one. I could have done that. I can do that now without the sphere because my drone just points straight down. My 360 camera points down. Tiny planets, always fun. I can do that now too because you don't need the sky. Now the sky transition, where they flip up and look at the sky and flip down, you need the sky with that shot. And everything, everything's moving so fast, it looks like the drone went up in the air really, really slow to make that happen, which is pretty cool. Deep track is done in post. Whoa, that was fast. But tracking works amazing in the application. Here's the FPV roll. So they're getting pretty close to these objects. But if you'll notice in the FPV roll, when they do the gaps, they point straight up. So you know the camera is pointing straight up. So there's not a stitch line. So they might be avoiding the stitch line every time they do this shot. Like they're pointing at the goodness of that bridge, which is what you would want to kind of point at anyway, maybe. And then dolly zoom. So this is what it's got, this really cool buckle on top. Everything is put together. The item that I had was 3D printed and had ribbon wire, and like it was good, but you had to slide everything together. And so I think that's where a lot of the problems happened, because it wasn't exactly in the same position as it was supposed to be. It wasn't exactly horizontal, and the lenses were off a little bit. This way they built the entire camera together, like it comes built already. Fly with peace of mind, the drone GPS signal. So the sphere doesn't impede with the GPS signal. So the GPS is up here and it's way back there. Lens protection, I probably won't use those. And then safe takeoff and landing protection for your drone and sphere with an included launching pad. So here's like a soft pad. It's kind of like a diaper changing table pad. And here's the price, $429. Lately, I've been buying Insta360 products from PayPal, and PayPal has Pay in 4. So every 2 weeks, so they split my payments in half. So I paid $107 today, and then in 2 weeks, so every time I get paid, I'm going to pay $107, and it's going to be on its way in. Bob Casey's in the house. What's up, man? You have missed the party. But what you get in this camera is you get both lenses. You get the core is right here, no screen, because you don't need a screen. And then on this side is the battery. So it has pretty much the same specs as the Insta360 One R. So you can shoot in raw DNG. Photo modes has HDR, interval, night shot, star lapse. Oh my gosh, I want to do a star lapse from the sky. I think that would be awesome. So, and it weighs 192 grams. So it's going to add that to your and that's including the battery. It's going to add that to your drone. The runtime is 48 minutes, tested in a lab environment, 5.7K, 30 frames per second. So 48-minute flight time on a 30-minute battery for the drone. So I would say it would probably cut maybe 20% off of your flight time on your drone because you're carrying an extra load. But that's, I mean, I'm just pulling a number out of my butt. But I've got a pretty smart ass. Oh, I cussed. Dang it. But that was funny. So yeah. Bluetooth, USB-C, just for charging only. So you can't, it's got a SD slot, so you can put an SD card in it. 1050 milliamp battery. Charging time, it takes 100 minutes to charge it. And I don't think the battery is interchangeable. So that's the only downside about this camera is you can't swap out the batteries. So I've got 6 batteries for my Air 2S, but I got 1 battery for this camera. So yeah. So that's all I wanted to tell you about that. Do you guys want to see what the OBSBot camera is that we were talking about, or do you guys want to see my video from the original Mavic Pro flight with the Insta360 1R Aerial Edition? I can show you either one of those because they're mine. Okay, Bob, so what you missed is we watched all the videos for Project Liquid, and you can vote this week in the club for your favorite video. After the live stream, I'm going to post the video up so you can watch them. But if you're in the club, you can go to groups and you can go to Project Liquid. And these are all the videos that people have submitted. Oh, my video is not up there. Oh, show my posts. Well, I don't know. So voting is up. And right now, everybody has the same amount of votes. So that's one thing that you missed. Sunrise Water Media, as this was his first competition on the channel. Yeah, we had videos of Coke. We had videos of geese. We had some FPV flying over water. We had just a lot of really good creative videos. So go in there and watch that and vote for it if you would. So what am I going to do? I know, Bob, right? Yeah, everybody's tying up. So this is a video I did a long time ago. And it's muted. So this is the OBSBot tail. And this was back when I had my old logo and my old intro. But this is when I was first testing it out. This is a 4K camera that follows me around, and you can see it's kind of robotic, and it's basically just uses like active track, like a DJI drone. It'll follow me around. It's got a zoom lens in it. And so you can see in the app, like it's got the tracking, it's going around me, and there's riding mode. There's some crazy modes in it. But yeah. So, Bob, the news is I've been asked to be an ambassador for ObsBot. So I'm super excited about that. Um, so this is where I was trying to figure out how to use the camera, but I think my DJI Air 2, my original video, was recorded. Nope. I think this video. This video is recorded with my ObsBot tail, and it's a great little cameraman for, you know, when you're by yourself. And this might not work out very well. But you can see the camera's following me around. Oh, that was the day I hit my finger with a hammer. You can see when I'm swaying back and forth, it's following my face. Quality on the camera is really, really good. What y'all talking about Beats for? Oh, I missed those tennis shoes. I don't even know where those tennis shoes are. I think I left them at work. If I still had the Air 2, I could put the Sphere on that camera too, on that drone. All right. So that's enough of that. So yeah. I thought we had a pretty good show tonight. We had a lot to talk about. I don't think I stopped talking the entire time. So what you guys need to do this week is, if you haven't voted for Project, wait. What is going on, y'all? I am missing. So, Bob, when you came in here, you just caused a ruckus. Everybody's talking about Beats now. The only thing I know about Beats is that I don't like to eat them. And Dwight from The Office is a beet farmer. So, for him, Beats are best. Battlestar Galactica. So, well, good for 51 drones. I had to buy mine. Just kidding. I like 51 drones. But I will do a great review in a week or two. But maybe since I'm an ambassador for ObsBot now, maybe I'll get to do the first video ever of that camera before everybody else gets to. So, but yeah. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Make sure you vote on the club. Bob, I've taken all of the plugins off of the club that was keeping people from using it. So we might see some spam again. So It's either keep everybody out or let some of the riffraff in. But yeah, hope you guys like this video. Please like, subscribe to my channel, click on the bell for notifications of when I put out more live streams, more videos on drones, 360 cameras, some drones with 360 cameras on them, action cameras. Some videos we got coming up is we're going to talk about some OBSBot cameras. Also, I have perfected my VR 180 GoPro Hero 10 Max Lens mod setup complete with media mods. So we should be able to get some really, really good audio for VR 180. So I'm going to be doing 3D printed a really cool mount. So I'll be doing videos on this, but I don't know which videos are going to come up first. Okay? Because a lot has happened this week. But yeah, hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll catch y'all on the next video. Peace out.